Are we live? We are surely alive, but are we live? Let's see. Excellent connection. Very good. Yes, I can see my face. We are live. Hey everyone, and welcome back at 5 AM Trading. I'm your gracious host, Davioshi, aka Cryptomite Titan. Let me make the light a little bit brighter, like this. And yeah, let's look at Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Let's do it real quick today. I will try to finish the live stream in about 7 to 10 minutes. So let's see what happened. As expected, Bitcoin is going down. Let's look at Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin. So it's very easy, this situation. What happened is, first of all, important, our neckline was broken previously. This is this thick neckline. Let me show you. We went above 41,100, so we broke the neckline. We went up for a bit. Then we got rejected by the big God trend line, which you get if you go on the daily chart and connect the all-time high with the following swing high. You have get this line, all right? So we didn't even reach it. Even before we could reach it, we were rejected by another small princess line. On the 4 hour you can see it. So this little, after going above the neckline, we were rejected by this little princess line, and then we went below this little queen line. It went 12 days. So this queen line was 12 days old, roundabout. And if you follow me in my live streams, you see that I'm working heavily with these trend lines, because every time we break this big trend lines, like right here, for example, this one, we broke it, we went very high, or anywhere, like here, we had this trend line right here, we broke it here, and we went up much higher, 9% higher, or the same way to the downside. If you say like here, this trend line was broken right here, continued down very heavily. Broke down, minus 22%, and so on. You can do it everywhere. So these trend lines are strong. This was a long one, 2 months long. We broke it upside, and at this time, after breaking the neckline and being rejected by this God line, resistance line, we went down and we went below this queen line. So it's very logical that we will go down. And as I said in the previous live streams, first we're gonna see a little bounce, retest of this trend line, and we almost retested it. We dipped below. We went. Let me zoom in. So we went down, then we almost retested it. We didn't even reach it, but there was some retest action right here a little bit, and then we just continued down. So I thought we might be would have something like this, such retest, but it's not. It doesn't always happen. So we didn't have it this time. Maybe we're still gonna have it, but we'll see. But all in all, a downwards action is just to be expected. Now, of course, on the way down with Bitcoin, on the way down, we first gonna take out take out all areas. So our first stop was at this area, because we hit this previous high here. So we made a little break here, was unsure, and then we broke it. Then this was our next stop, and where we just danced back and forth. And as you can see, these are all areas where we had some previous highs or some other areas of importance. So the next level will then be probably this area. So this, because you have a couple of wicks right here, here, and probably go down to this. But our ultimate area is, of course, here, this little wick that we have. We have here a little wick, and as well right here or right here. So this will be our next area where we might go to. And at each of these levels we have a possibility of a little bounce or of a big bounce, something like this. But it's usually like this. But we switch quickly between these levels, but then we make a break at these levels, then we switch, then we break, then we switch rather high and stay right here. So this level was possible support, but didn't hold at all. This previous falling wedge, it didn't really hold for a little bit, because we had also this area of resistance here, support. But yeah, we are just continuing down. So now, if you want to know, now the question might be, do we continue like this and bounce back, or do we bounce back now? So to answer this question, let's just let's look at the indicators. So on the Market Liberator or Market Cipher, if you have it, we went down. We have the money flow turning red very heavily. The momentum waves are continuing down. I see no real sign that the momentum waves should curve up. As soon as we see some curving up, then we might see a bounce on the 1 hour, for example. What about the 4 hour? Yeah, on the 4 hour, the green money flow is continuing down, but it looks like we are almost about to curve up. But I don't think that we will curve up with the momentum wave. It looks like we're gonna do something like this. So we'll have 1 or 2 days more dumpage, I think. Like 12 to 48 hours of dumping, because the VWAP, this yellow line, seems to be going down a bit. And also the histogram, if you look at it, curving up a little bit, but slower and slower. It almost looks like the MACD histogram want to do something like this. You see? Alright. So what else is important. Let's look at the RSI. However, on the RSI, we might soon see bear exhaustion, because as you may remember, or if maybe you so what I've noticed is every time we go down heavily like this and also have the RSI go down like this, sooner or later we have a bounce from it. Often it's after some kind of divergence. Yesterday we almost had a divergence with this low and this higher low and this lower low, but the divergence was not confirmed, because for the divergence to be confirmed it should be going a little bit higher like this, then it would be quite obvious divergence, but it continued down. So but we might form some divergence now if we don't go below this level, 36,400. If we, for example, go something like this and then back up, then we will have a higher low and the RSI will do something like this. Then we might shoot up. But if we go below this and stay, then we'll probably continue higher. So if you want to trade right now, if I want to trade right now, let me ask myself the question: what trades can I expect to take today? What are the important levels? So definitely if we fall and very quickly to this level, which is the previous low, and also it's a super important level because it's a previous high. If we fall to this level like a rock really quickly, if we make a little wick like this, so probably it would be a good point, a good time to have some limit buy orders right here with a very tight stop loss, like here for example. So in the case that we would just go down here and shoot up, that we have some stop losses. We have some limit orders. Maybe the stop loss shouldn't be too tight, maybe like this, because this level is quite a bit of resistance. So I think if we go quickly to this level, then we might bounce. But if we go very, very slowly to this level, very like this, boring, then I don't see a strong bounce like this. So let's look at the 15 minutes. Yeah, on the 15 minute we went below this beautiful pivot line, and now it will be our resistance. If we try to go back up again, we probably do something like this. So yesterday I was looking at these levels. I was waiting for the bounce and wanted to trade it, but missed the opportunity somewhere here, and somewhere right here, this bounce. I missed this opportunity. Then I was doing something else, doing my chores. I was tired, and I didn't short it but it was quite obvious to short it right here, but I was tired and I was just sick of everything. Didn't do it, but it was quite obvious. Actually, it's still quite obvious that we should short this thing. Overall, on a bigger time scale, look, we just broke this queen trend line. Of course we're going down, but I'm kind of still hoping for a little bounce before we do it, some retest, something like this, and then this would also be a beautiful head and shoulders if we do it like this. Then one shoulder, second, third. So what about market liberator on 15 minutes? Yeah, we are still in the red. I think we are due to a mini bounce because we bouncing like this, and yeah, so right now would be the next time to do something like this. What about 5 minutes? So previously we had these two lines which created our falling wedge, and the wedge went from like this. So we had this falling wedge structure, and these two lines might be important because this might be our next support, so we can bounce. So probably right now might be a good idea to open a tiny long position. Let's take a look at 7 minutes. Under 7 minutes, the VWAP is curving up slowly, and the momentum wave is curving up slowly. Yeah, we are due for the next flap like this, maybe. Maybe it's gonna happen now. So let's see. Okay, right now I'm not gonna open any trades. It's just my overview. Okay, let's take a quick look at Cardano. And Cardano did the same. Look, we had this huge trend line, we dipped below it, and now we're just continuing down. It's just the same story like with Bitcoin. Okay, what about Bitcoin dominance? We have this trend line. No, wait, this trend line. So if we break below it and continue lower, we might see some altcoin season. If we break, especially if we break below this level. This is our, let's go to the daily. So if we break this levels and continue down, the Bitcoin dominance will fall and altcoins will gain momentum. But for this to happen, we need Bitcoin also to go a little bit sideways. If Bitcoin just falls like a rock, then the Bitcoin dominance will not help, I think. What happened yesterday to the dollar currency index? I'm pretty sure it went up. Yeah, it went up a little bit. The day before it went up. Yesterday it was kind of undecisive. Okay, but with dollar currency index, we hope it will go down because then Bitcoin goes up. Okay, what about the traditional markets, SPX? Yesterday we had some little dumpage. So how much was it on the... So yesterday almost 1%, 0.8%. And every time traditional markets, S&P 500 goes down, Bitcoin goes down as well. And we also closed below this support line, or did we? Look, we have this little support line. No, we didn't close below it. We still hold it. So this little support line, probably we will dump a little bit further like this, have a little wick right here, and then bounce back up. And Bitcoin, while doing this, Bitcoin will also have its little further down action and then bounce back up, hopefully. So that's it for today. That's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching. See you soon.